Welcome to GCCars. My name is Eric, and today we're going to take a walk around this 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLE350. I've had this car for a week, so as per usual, we do a walk around, we do a couple of POV drives, and also I have the full review up ahead where I talk about everything from the interior to the exterior, and we talk about how it is to drive and all the good stuff, so you know if it's worth it to buy this $79,000 Canadian GLE350 base model engine that has a lot of upgrades and options ticked. So it's kind of an interesting spec. But like I said, full review is in the top right hand corner right now if you want to see that and know if this car is good, because in these walkarounds I don't really give you much of an opinion. Now let's start off with the exterior. As per usual, as you already can tell, I got nice creases on the hood right there, especially if I move the camera around a little bit. You see some nice reflections on there. And then we got our more sporty AMG inspired grille here on the 350 that we got with the package, and the headlights that I just don't really like. I'll be honest, I don't think they fit well, because I talk about this in my review too, but this angle here, the lines in between, they don't relate to anything in this bumper. They look out of place. Also, Mercedes has the best plates for their press cars. But okay, let's keep it on moving to the side. We got 20-inch wheels. We got some really nice thick side walls, and as you can see, the wheel and the rim itself is pretty well protected, so even if you hit a curb on these 20-inch wheels, no issue. And we've got a bunch of vents, first of all here through that to the bumper, and then we got some more going towards inlets in the grille. They'll kind of give you more aerodynamic, better aerodynamics, there we go. And that's the view from the side. Of course, we also got our roof racks up here, and let's get over to the back, which I think is probably kind of the best angle. I'm still not entirely sure on the taillights here, because they also don't really relate as much to like the rest of the rear, just like the front wheels did at the front lights, the headlights. But I think in general they work better, and what I really like about the GLE is how wide it is, because we kind of get like first bump, second bump, so we get like two wide, two times it's getting wider basically. Looks pretty neat, I think. Got her trailer hitch down there too on this GLE, and yeah, that's the interior. But let's head into the interior before we take a look under the trunk, the hood, sorry, and in the trunk. Why do I always mess these up in the walkarounds? I always say trunk and hood for some reason. Anyhow, we want to go in, so let's get in, and there we got the interior. It's from the design, the same one that we also have in the, ignore the backdrop please, the same that we also have in the GLS with the, so the same we got in the GLS. We got the dual screens, obviously very common Mercedes-Benz right now. We got the handles. The handles are probably the most noticeable feature in this interior. Also, they have nice ambient lighting, just like we got it pretty much all the way across on this chrome stripe. And yeah, I think it looks pretty neat, pretty decent. Of course, we got our memory seats, heated, not cooled in this one. We got the Burmester audio, but that's not the 3D audio. That's just like the basic Burmester. There's like three different options for stereos in this car. I really like the switchgear. It's nice and metal, looks good, not cheaped out on, and a lot of storage room down here. You could easily fit like a full-size water bottle, so that is very nice. Now, the center stack, before we get to the gauges, we got a lot of stuff here. Of course, our screens can be controlled, so if you want to control the left screen, use these. If you want to use the right screen, you can either use it as a touch screen. I'll just show you, actually. Let's start it up while we're here, right? Alright, so let's have started up. Right screen, it's either a touch screen. We can use this here, just swipe it over. Or we can use a touchpad, which is actually pretty easy to use. I think I like it. I think it's a good solution. So whichever way you prefer, you can use 3 different ways. So I think that's something for everyone. Now you can see the ambient lighting here. Once it's down there, looks pretty neat. Now I want to talk about this, right? Because this is basically, this does nothing. This is just to rest your hand. Then we can move it around here. We obviously have our sport mode and like all the mode buttons: eco, comfort, sport, individual. Driving in comfort most of the time, I'll be honest. And then down here slide this open, we have a phone charger, wireless phone charger that is kind of small, and we have our couples, which are also either cooled. See that? There you go, cooled, or heated. Pretty nice. Also, they get really warm and they get really cold, depending on what you need. And I spilled a little. That's fine. It's a coupler after all. But yeah. Also, you got USB-C and media connections. All right. I really like this center stack because, once again, it looks visually very appealing, but it's also not too cluttered, and it's still physical buttons not buried in the infotainment. And for another detail, on this side here, you got a vent. Well, this is just visually for symmetry, basically. Now, the gauges here, pretty customizable, the Mercedes gauges. I'm just going to go through them to classic. We have 4 different designs, basically. This is classic. It's just way too blue. I don't really like it that much, I'll be honest. Both screens have changed, by the way. Then we got sport, which is kind of nice. There we go. Then we have, let me go over here again, progressive, which I use most of the time in this GLE because it's very nice and understated. And then we have understated, which is really understated. See how the right screen goes blank, and this has a clock and just kilometers. So that's literally it. And let's go back into sport, actually. Go sport, and then we can customize each bubble. So we can go here on the clock. We got trip odometers and all that. Route schedule, how much fuel we have, Bluetooth connections, what angle our car sits at. Then we got for the right bubble, we got consumption, we get eco, we got our map, G-force meter, and then we got our cruise control stuff. And in the middle, we can also do, let's go to the middle. We can also change that. Basically get all these things here. So let's go for navigation. So we can basically our navigation inputs, which obviously we don't have, so it just shows the direction. We can have a map right here, or we can have a full screen map. And all these options, like everything you saw, basically can be made full screen as well. All the others are like media and radio, which is pretty nice. But mostly I've been using it like this. All right. There's a bunch of stuff here. Just one quick feature that's in the GLE that wasn't available in the GLB and the GLA is that you can turn traction control fully off right here, which is neat. And yeah, let's continue. Sorry. Huge sunroof, which we can obviously recover for that, which is decently fast, but I don't want it right now because I like light. You can also open it, as you can see, but that's not what I meant to do. There you go, and open it back up. There we go. The seats here, pretty comfortable. We got seat kinetics like we do in pretty much all Mercedes, which essentially it's not a massage, but it like every minute or two it kind of moves around something. So it moves the bottom of the seat a little forward or a bit upwards, or it moves the backrest a little, just so on long drives you are a little more relaxed, and it kind of allows you to not be in the same position for the whole time. And of course we have a center console which splits, and it's not too big. Oh no, my parking permit. It's not too big, but it's alright. It's definitely I didn't find it to be small. Also, this is heated, and this is heated in this Mercedes here. It's optional. That's pretty nice. It enables when we turn on the heated seats. Now let's go into the back row. We can leave it on. So the back row right here, plenty of space. This is sitting behind myself here. I'm 5'7", so I'm not that tall, but huge space. That's more of a regular position, I guess. Even here there is so much space, so yeah, I don't think anybody will be uncomfortable. Also, headroom is great, but I go over that in the interior and the rear. I mean, more wood. We got heated seats even here in the back. And we got a bit of storage down here, which also again is pretty big. Could probably fit a full-size water bottle. Of course, some nets for storage, some connectivity down there, and then we have our cup holders back here. Regular cup holders this time, unlike in the GLA and the GLB we had kind of quirky ones. These are just the normal cup holders. Yeah, of course the view here is pretty nice in the back, and it's actually pretty comfortable. I like it. But let's go further and go into the, take a look at the trunk. Also, the door sill, that's illuminated as well. Obviously an option, but it's pretty nice. So GLE350, let's open her up. There we got our trunk, we got a cover. Just pull that back. Decently sized trunk, got a lot of room in here. So this is really, I think the GLE is very well sized. It's kind of a nice size. If you have a family, you can fit everyone while also having a lot of space. For your trunk here, we got a spare tire, of course, under there. It's not a full size spare, but a spare is a spare. And yeah, grocery bag hangers, which is really good. Good cigarette lighter connector. And that's the trunk. Now it's kicked too close, which works really well. And lastly, let's take a look at let's close this door. Let's take a look under the hood. So let's go down here. There we go, the big red button. Lever, it's not a button. And let's go and look under here. I remember this was a little quirky. How was it? I pulled this, right, I just pull it up. And there's our 2-liter turbo inline 4, 255 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. Obviously this is a 4MATIC, so we got all-wheel drive. And as you can see, plenty of room for the bigger inline 6 or even the 4-liter V8 for the AMG versions. So this 2-liter has a lot of room to spare, as you can see right here. And yeah, no, I think it's a very neat looking engine bay. Obviously looks nicer with the V8 though. There we go. Remove all nature and pull it back down. There we go. Alright, and that is pretty much a walk around this GLE350. Like I said, I have POV drives where I'm driving with a camera right on my forehead, so you see how it is to drive out of, well, basically the driver's perspective, as well as a full review. It should be like on the right hand side right now. But I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe. I got reviews like this, walkarounds and reviews actually, come pretty much every week for all sorts of cars. And yeah, I think there's something for everyone on this channel. So if you like it, make sure to subscribe. And I hope you liked it, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, and goodbye.